Hi guys, my name is Nicole and I decided to do my personal challenge project on depression and suicide in Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is actually the second highest leading city in the United States for suicide rates. In 2012, 1,053 people committed suicide here. So real quick, let's just talk about what depression is. It is a chemical imbalance in your brain that makes you just sad and loses motivation, and you're not hungry, and it affects your everyday life. Makes you feel guilty about stuff that you shouldn't feel guilty about, and it just kind of takes away everything that makes you who you are as a person, which can be a really, really difficult thing to deal with, especially if you're trying to deal with it by yourself. And some people even tend to think that depression isn't a real illness because it's not something that you can see. It's not something that's like, your arm's broken. You can tell, you can see that. You can see how that's going to affect you in your everyday life. As where depression is something that's it's internal, it's in you, and it's something that only you can see and only you know how to deal with for yourself in your best way. And people have a theory as to why Colorado Springs suicide rate is so high, and it's because of the elevation here. The lack of oxygen really affects the chemicals in the brain that can lead to that imbalance as well. I have personally had 2 family members commit suicide in the past 2 years, and in my senior year of high school, a boy committed suicide in our bathroom. He shot himself because he was being bullied, and we all kind of know to treat everybody with general respect. At least I hope we would. We're all adults now, and you just need to be there for each other when somebody says they're not doing super well for their mental health. And the best way that you can help is to just kind of be there for those people in their time of need. Tell them that you love them and that you're going to support them no matter what. And even though depression is such an internal thing, that they definitely need to know that you're going to be there for them and you're going to love them and support them through everything that they're dealing with right now. And a really good thing that you need to do for people who have depression, that I'm going to try to start doing in my own life, is you need to set boundaries with them. So that way you're not going to end up resenting them in the future. Because if you spend too much time with somebody who is depressed and they're sad and they're not hungry and they don't want to do anything and they just kind of want to hang out at home and not do their homework or not clean or just kind of, hang out, that can get really annoying if that's not your typical lifestyle and that's not what you want to be doing. But you need to know that that's somebody who needs that help. So you need to set boundaries with them and know that, so that way you don't end up resenting them for the way that their mind is working with them right now. You should really try to talk to them, encourage them to try to go to therapists, and if they're not comfortable with a therapist, I have found that just suggesting a physician, like your family doctor, tell them that you're kind of feeling depressed, talk to them about it. Maybe that's somebody that they know a little bit better than just some random therapist that they just started going seeing. And I have found that in asking if they want you to go as support with them to their first meetings with a therapist or their physician or whoever they're going to talk to about what they're dealing with right now can be an amazing way to show your support for them. And here in Colorado Springs, it's really nice that we do have a ton of places that we can reach out, ask for help for you if you're feeling depressed, to find better ways to help your friend if they're feeling depressed, or your family members if they're feeling depressed, or you hear thoughts of suicide or jokes of suicide. Those aren't jokes, they're not funny at all, but people who are saying like, oh man, I wish or just, when you hear people say stuff like that. A really, really good organization is the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance, DBSA. That's right here in Colorado Springs. It's a non-profit organization, and they're super willing to help out. And the National Alliance of Mental Illness, that's also a non-profit here in Colorado Springs. That's really helpful to those in need. And there's always a suicide hotline that you can reach out to for yourself or for anybody else that you've noticed are in need. And for my personal challenge that I'm going to do is I'm going to start reaching out to people more, or try to, and help out as many people as I can. I've noticed that with college being of full-time students, people who are full-time students, full-time employees, trying to move out, there's just a lot on minds of kids my age right now, and it can be a really difficult time for a lot of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reach out and help out people more so than I do now. Just kind of, hey, are you okay? Everything going well? Let's grab lunch or something, talk about it. Be there for my friends as much as I can. Alright, and thank you.